We understand that it takes more than medicine to heal complex acute and chronic wounds, such as ongoing clinical training, exceptional customer support and service, in addition to cutting-edge research. Patients that present with difficult-to-treat or infected wounds, especially those exhibiting thick wound exudate, slough, or infectious materials, are particularly challenging to treat, more so if they cannot tolerate or are not candidates for immediate surgical debridement. Now there's V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing for use with Veraflo therapy that can provide immediate cleansing of wounds with thick exudate. As these cases illustrate, you now have a simple adjunctive therapy for managing complex wounds when surgical debridement is delayed, not possible, or not appropriate for the patient. Now you can immediately initiate active wound cleansing with V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing and Veraflo therapy to facilitate the removal of thick wound exudate, such as fibrin, slough, or infectious material, creating an environment that promotes wound healing. Wounds with thick wound exudate, including slough and infectious materials, are challenging to manage because they often include heavy bacterial bioburden. When managing these difficult-to-treat chronic and complex wounds, the goal is to quickly move the wound to the healing stage by initiating cleansing of the wound bed, removing of solubilized wound exudates and debris, and increasing granulation tissue in preparation for wound closure. V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing, when used with Veraflo therapy, is an option for clinicians when there is a need for immediate wound cleansing and when surgical debridement is not appropriate or not immediately available. The dressing is comprised of 3 different layers. 1 wound contact layer with a novel array of 1 centimeter circular holes. 2 cover layers provide thickness options in wounds of varying depths. They can also be used for tunneling and/or undermining application. The novel array of 1 centimeter circular holes distributed throughout the wound contact layer are designed to provide mechanical movement at the wound surface in combination with cyclic delivery and dwell of topical solutions during installation therapy, facilitating the removal of thick exudate. The cyclic delivery of Veraflo therapy to the wound bed facilitates the solubilization of wound debris, while the novel V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing acts to facilitate the disruption of the solubilized materials in the wound bed. This combined effect cleanses the wound and helps prepare the wound bed for primary or secondary wound closure. This patient's wound was treated with saline, 10-minute dwell time, negative pressure wound therapy cycle, 3.5 hours, and 125 millimeters of mercury. This case illustrates the clinical results that have been achieved with V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing for use with Veraflo therapy. Following a dressing change with the V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing, if the wound has little or no remaining infectious materials, slough, or other wound debris, consider transitioning to a V.A.C Veraflo dressing in combination with Veraflo therapy. Transitioning to a V.A.C Veraflo dressing can help continue to prepare the wound bed to achieve final preparation for primary and secondary closure. V.A.C Veraflo Cleanse Choice Dressing, the simple choice for complex wounds. An option for clinicians when there is need for immediate wound cleansing or when surgical debridement must be delayed or is not possible.